Late May. The lino flowers that painted Trista's spring fields had faded, replaced by lush greenery and a refreshing breeze. With the trials of last month's field study behind us, we found ourselves caught up once more in the bustle of school life. Both our combat training and academic studies continued to become more and more demanding. But May also heralded the beginning of specialist classes more befitting a military academy.
The Orbal Revolution 50 years ago changed the way wars were fought forever. There are a number of reasons for this fundamental change, but 4 factors in particular that I would argue to be the most important. The first is the invention of Orbal guns, cannons, and other weaponry. The increased accuracy of these weapons, as well as their ease of maintenance and manufacture, instantly rendered all other firearms obsolete. The second factor is the associated mechanization of the military. Orbal technology led to the formation of armored divisions made up of tanks and armored cars. The impact this new kind of tactical unit had on the battlefield, with its enhanced offense, defense, and mobility, cannot be overstated. The third factor is the invention of airships. Warships that rely on the gravity manipulation ability of a flight field to remain in the air simply did not exist before the revolution. The sudden addition of a whole new dimension to war, the sky, made countless new strategies viable that were previously unimaginable. And the last factor is the creation of an entirely new practical science, which may be the biggest, most important change of all. Without Orbal technology, such a concept would scarcely even have been conceivable, but now we'd be virtually crippled without it. Reen Schwarzer, can you tell the class what that new scientific breakthrough was?
Why did Lady Laura have to be placed in a class like that? I was truly looking forward to studying alongside her.
Is that girl next to her not the one who scored the highest on the entrance exam?
I believe so, though I also hear she's a mere commoner.
There's something about that silvered-haired girl that I find oddly soothing. I wonder if she'd let me stroke her hair if I were to ask nicely.
That's quite enough idle chatter. We are members of Class 1. We are above such droll behavior. As well, we cannot allow ourselves to be bettered by that rabble, even in something as insignificant as the culinary arts.
Of course not. I'm so accustomed to our chef doing all of the cooking, however, that I must admit I'm finding this all rather challenging.
Could they make it a little less obvious they're talking about us? I mean, seriously.
It stands to reason they'd be curious about our class. It's hard to blame them for that, at least.
I think you've whisked that plenty already.
I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of using an Orbal computer.
Likewise. I was lost at first, but it's slowly beginning to make more sense.
Well, it is cutting-edge technology here in Erebonia, so I think most people are confused until they've gotten used to it. Machias and Yic17 both picked it up surprisingly quickly, though.
Yeah, but academics are their thing. And I'm pretty sure Machias has been interested in computers for a while, too.
Yic17 also seems to get the hang of things far quicker than most people, even if he's not interested in them at all. Which probably just adds insult to injury for Machias.
I'll bet. I hear they were really butting heads during last month's field study.
They were. At one point, things almost took a violent turn. We were able to hold them back, but I don't think we could have kept them under control for long if Instructor Sarah hadn't arrived.
We really need to do something about them, but I have no idea what.
I don't either, but you're right. This has gone on for way too long as it is. It needs to stop.
Rein Schwarzer.
Huh? Isn't he from Class 1?
Patrick, is it?
That is correct. My full name is Patrick T. Higharms. I don't believe I need to say anything more than that.
What?
So, you're from the Higharms family?
Are they prestigious?
About as prestigious as they come. The Higharmses are one of the 4 great houses. Though they're slightly lower in rank than the Albareas. I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
It doesn't matter. I didn't come here to talk to commoners or foreigners. I came to bring gladsome tidings to you, Rein Schwarzer. I am generously extending you welcome to make use of the accommodations on the 3rd floor of the Student Union building.
You mean...
The 3rd floor?
That's where the Nobles Salon is, right?
Your father may be a mere baron, but that still makes you a noble. And though you've had the misfortune of sharing a class with this riffraff, I have decided to use my good name as a member of the Higharms family to afford you the privilege of joining us. I do hope you appreciate it.
Well... How can I turn him down politely?
This hardly strikes me as the best place to be recruiting new members.
Yic17.
Yic17 Bareahard?
I wasn't aware the 3rd son of the Higharms family counted playing factions among his hobbies. If you wished for company in the salon, should you not have come to me first?
You? You've been invited countless times. You simply choose not to come. Despite there being no shortage of second years practically begging for your company.
I have no interest.
Suit yourself then. But you, Schwarzer, make sure you think long and hard about this. If you care about your future, you need to start thinking about the connections you're making and the side you're taking.
He's certainly not shy.
No, he's not. I wasn't sure how to turn him down either. Thanks for stepping in, Yic17.
I wasn't trying to help you. But I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so... No, that's all.
Last month's field study? Is he...
Yeah, I think he means the run-in we had with the provincial army.
Ah, so he feels partially responsible for his family's actions then. He must have been looking for a way to apologize to you.
I guess he has a nice side after all.
All rise. Bow.
Well, I'll see you later, Reen.
Later.
Oh, are you two going to club activities today?
Yeah, I am. Did you want to have dinner together later?
We've been eating in the cafeteria an awful lot lately, so maybe we could go to the cafe in Trista today for a change of scenery?
Sounds good to me. You want to just meet up in the entrance hall later?
Sure.
See you then.
Oh, hi, Elisa. Are you off to club practice too?
Oh, no, not today.
What is it? Is there something you wanted to ask me?
It's nothing. I'll see you later.
There is one question I'd like to ask, though.
Did you do something else to upset her?
Not that I'm aware of. Although, I suppose it's possible I did something wrong without even realizing it. Knowing her.
I was speaking in jest, I assure you. Are you planning on going into the old schoolhouse again tomorrow?
Yeah. The principal did ask me to keep an eye on it, so I thought I'd make time for a quick look inside.
All right. Please let me know when you're planning to begin the expedition, if you would. I have club activities tomorrow, but as far as I'm concerned, the old schoolhouse takes priority.
Thanks. I'll let you know.
Excellent. I'll see you tomorrow then.
You're in the chess club, aren't you, Machias? Or are you planning on studying in the library?
Since when was it any of your business what I choose to do after class?
No, I just... Have I done something to upset you?
Not especially. It's actually my fault for being deceived so easily in the first place.
Oh. Let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here. I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to deceive you, I just...
Save your breath. Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie. That's all there is to it.
I'm sorry.
Please, think nothing of it.
intruding?
Oh, no, not at all. Did you need something?
I accidentally left one of my textbooks in my desk, so I came back to fetch it. Ah, here it is.
What subject?
Take a look.
Studying hard as always, I see. Except, wait. Intermediate? Isn't that part of the Sunday school curriculum? Seems a bit basic for you.
Oh, it's not for me. I promised to help Fee with her math studies. I found this at a bookshop in town and thought it might be of some use to her.
Ah, okay.
Which reminds me, I should really be going. I'm sure she's waiting for me by now. I'll see you later, Reen.
Take care.
And don't worry.
Huh?
I'm sure Machias doesn't hate you or anything. If you can find some way of making him realize how you feel, I'm sure he'll understand. It's just getting through to him that might be tough.
Yeah. I just have to keep at it. If Emma believes I can make it work, then I'll believe it too. I should probably also get going. Maybe I'll wander around the academy grounds for a while before returning to the dorm.
Are you getting used to life at the academy yet? That's good to hear. By the way, tomorrow is another free day. Are you really willing to help out again, like Instructor Sarah said? Thanks a lot, Reen. I really do appreciate it.
Hey there, first year.
Oh, it's you. I'm not going to play along with your scams this time, so you might as well be on your way.
I wasn't trying to hustle you before, honest. Did you, figure out how I did it, though? If you really want your 50 mirror back, I'll be happy to hand it over. But wouldn't you rather feel like you earned it? Come on, what do you say?
There had to have been a trick to it. Some form of sleight of hand. Something that wasn't as it seemed. If I had to guess, I'd say the crux of this illusion was... Of course! I'm pretty sure he had a bag at his feet. Which means... You threw the coin in the air, but let it fall instead of trying to catch it. You let it fall right into the open bag lying in wait for it at your feet. Am I right?
Yeah, not bad. Well, I wasn't expecting you to figure it out so quickly.
So I was right.
Yep, spot on. And a promise is a promise, so here's your 50 mirror bag. Sorry. I've only got 10 mirror on me.
Ugh, it's fine. Just forget it. It's only 50 Mira. You can keep it.
Oh, really? Oh, that's mighty generous.
Hey! Stop trying to leech money off innocent first years, you louse.
Oh, crap. It's the she-devil.
What? A bicycle? No, it looks like it's powered by Orbal energy. Wait, I've seen this girl somewhere before.
You're Reen, I take it. I've been hearing all about you from Toa and George. Sounds like you pulled off some pretty amazing stuff in your field study last month.
I'm surprised you know my name, actually. I didn't think I'd been doing anything worthy of such attention. Guess I should still officially introduce myself, though. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
Same. I'm Angelica Ragnar. Glad I could finally make your acquaintance.
Ragnar? As in Marquis Ragnar? Head of one of the 4 great houses?
Same reaction every time, I swear. Yeah, I'm his unworthy daughter. But he doesn't really want to have anything to do with me since I go around dressed like this.
I think it's less how you dress and more how you behave. Where are you going on that bike at this hour anyway?
Oh, George finally finished tuning the Orbal engine. So I figured I'd give it a run to the capital and back and see how it holds up.
Sure must be nice not to have a care in the world.
Look who's talking.
So you do ride it like a bike. Wow.
Well, catch you later. I'm thinking of putting in a request for you sometime. If I do, I'd sure appreciate a swift response.
Huh. Lost for words? That's a little something George put together a while back. He calls it an Orbal bike. Pretty cool, huh?
It is. It's kind of like a steel horse. I'm guessing you can't buy those in any shops?
Nah. The Ruhr Institute of Technology started putting that one together as part of a test. Then George finished it off. Angelica put up the money for the parts herself. Oh, but Toa and I helped out too.
Sounds like it must have been a pretty challenging project. Are you on good terms with Toa and George then? Angelica said she'd heard all about me from them. Maybe you had a little something to do with that too?
Well, we're all from different classes, but we've kind of stuck together for a while now. Come to think of it, I never did introduce myself, did I? Name's Crow Armbrust, second year, class 5. I'm sure I'll catch you around again. Later.
So, his name's Crow, huh? Angelica's the daughter of Marquis Ragnar, Toa's the student council president, George is head of the engineering club. It seems like every second year I meet is somebody important.
Watch out! This is a tough one! Alright, let's do this!
Dad, leave it to me! Turn to flames! Burn! Now!
Got it!
This is it for you!
Flames, gavel on my blade!
Behold, my most powerful strike! Radiant Blade Dance!
Oh, we did it!
Reen. Ha, good evening.
Evening. Did you just get back too?
Yeah, I was busy with club-related work until just now. I'm glad I ran into you, though. I heard from Elisa that you went into the old schoolhouse again?
Yeah, and we made some pretty crazy discoveries while we were at it. We're going to need to keep investigating that place on a regular basis, I'd say.
Well, I'd be more than happy to accompany you next time. The request was made to the whole of Class 7, after all, and I'd like to do everything I can to help.
Really? That's very kind. Thank you. Maybe I should ask Fee next time, too. And Eustace and Machias while I'm at it.
Huh? Fee would be a good choice at the very least. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to accompany us, or more than willing anyway. As for Eustace and Machias, I'm sure a chance will present itself for them to make friends eventually. Maybe then?
One can only hope. We really have to do something about those two already.
Oh my! Reen! What happened to your right hand?
Oh, this? A beautiful lady I ran into in town did it. Or at least I think she was a lady.
Come again?
A black cat with really glossy fur. I've never seen it around before. I assume it belongs to someone in town since it was wearing a blue ribbon and a bell. I must have done something to offend it though, because it got all grumpy out of nowhere and scratched me up pretty good.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Please, sit down on the sofa. I'll bring a first aid kit and dress that wound right away.
Thanks. Do you know it or something?
No, not at all. I've just seen it around town a few times. Anyway, I'll go get the first aid kit. Don't go anywhere.
It's just a little scratch. I don't know why she's making such a big deal out of it. I've never seen Emma get so flustered before. There we go. That should do it. This textbook Emma lent me is really helpful. I might actually be able to get decent grades on next month's midterms thanks to her. Doubt I'll be able to even come close to matching her own grades though, or Machias's for that matter.
I wasn't trying to help you. But I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so...
Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie.
There's a lot about both Machias and Eustace that we don't know. Maybe in time we can discover something about them that'll help us mend their relationship a little. This seems like a good place to stop for a quick breather. Abend time is about to start anyway.
The day is done and it's time to cast off your cares right here. It's the Misty you know and love coming to you live from Radio Trista.
Oh, actually, I guess it's already started. Misty's voice is always so soothing.
We're now in the second half of May, and the greenery all over Erebonia is beginning to reach its peak. It's the perfect time of year to enjoy nature, and the weather is absolutely perfect for a great hike. Listeners in Heimdall have Modder Park to enjoy with its spectacular glass garden. Though, for those willing to hop on a train, I heartily recommend a trip to Lunaria Nature Park. Administrative issues kept it closed for a while, but it finally reopened this month, and it's worth making the trip. You can relax and take in the scenery of this vast, almost mystical forest, and then grab a cold beer on the way back. I can't think of a better way to spend the weekend, can you? Whoops, with all you students tuning in, maybe I shouldn't recommend boozing it up, should I? You might not be able to grab a cold one just yet, but fresh milk or fruit juice are pretty refreshing in their own way. Let's see who sent us some mail today, shall we? This first one's from future 3-star chef from Bareahard.
Bring it on!
Now!
An opening!
Turn to flames! Burn! Now!
Behold, my most powerful strike! Radiant Blade Dance!
What do you say we get moving?
Nothing slows you down, does it?
That concludes today's practical exam. Next, I'll be announcing the details of this weekend's field study. Each of you, please come forward and take one of these.
These assignments.
Bareahard and St. Arc. Both very well-known cities here in the Empire.
Bareahard's the capital of the Kreutzen province in the east, right?
And St. Arc is the capital of Sutherland in the south.
2 provincial capitals. They seem like fair choices.
I guess they are, but
That's the least of our worries.
Is this some kind of sick joke? Instructor, what are you trying to prove? Do you have some sort of personal vendetta against us or something?
For a change, I agree with him. This is ludicrous. I refuse to accept these group allocations. Change them at once.
I don't know. They seem pretty perfect from where I'm standing. Besides, you're from Bareahard, so putting you in Group A was a no-brainer.
Then put me in Group B! I'm not thrilled at the thought of going to St. Arc either, but it's better than gallivanting off to his hometown. Besides, everyone knows Bareahard is like a breeding ground for nobles and their dusty old ideas. The place is crawling with them.
Well, I can't deny that. Especially since that's exactly why I put you in Group A to begin with. I'm no army officer, so I'm not about to go telling you that my orders are absolute and such. That's much too military for my liking. But I am your instructor, and it's my duty to look out for your best interests, which I feel is exactly what I'm doing here. So if you have any objections, then how about the 2 of you try to make me listen to them by force?
Interesting.
You're not seriously going to...
Oh, come on, don't...
Male pride is so predictable. I knew you couldn't possibly turn down an offer like that. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
What?
an Orbal gun and a sword?
Those are terrifying looking weapons.
Oh.
That's the spirit. Rean, why don't you give them a hand? I'll take on all 3 of you.
Yes, instructor.
What a powerful aura.
All right, it's time for some extreme extra credit. If you think you can convince me to change your assignments, well, let's just see how well you measure up. All right, show me what you got.
All right, let's do this.
I'll handle this.
There!
I'm sorry, everyone.
Impossible.
Didn't see that coming.
This can't be happening.
Impossible.
Are you okay?
I had no idea she was that strong.
I believe she was holding back, too.
Her combat style is most unique. I couldn't even hazard a guess as to what school she represents.
I guess this means
Yep. Decision's final.
Chalk one up for the educator. Group A and Group B will be heading to their destinations this weekend as planned. Good luck, everybody. I'll be expecting souvenirs.
I don't sense anyone else on this floor. Seems like everyone's already out of their rooms. Suppose I should head down too. Morning. You two are up early.
I want to make this very clear before we leave. You are my classmate. You are not my friend. We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem wont to do.
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Say that again! I dare you!
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It looks like we're all gathered then. Shall we be leaving?
We might as well, though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's fine.
I have no objections either.
Well, let's go.
This is going to be a long weekend.
Lord Eustace! Lord Eustace, welcome back to Bareahard.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
Amazing.
I can't believe all the station employees would abandon their duties to come and welcome him.
He's a real VIP.
I've returned here as a student of Thor's military academy to conduct a field study. I believe you were informed that this manner of excessive welcome is neither necessary nor desired, were you not? Well, yes, but...
You're a child of the Bareahard household. If anything, we should be apologizing for not giving you an even greater welcome. Please, allow me to carry your luggage.
We would be honored to carry the belongings of your classmates as well.
That won't be necessary.
Huh? Lord Rufus?
Rufus?
What?
My beloved brother, it's a pleasure to see you again. To think it's been 3 months. Where did the time go? I wasn't expecting to reunite with you so soon, but I'm delighted to have the opportunity.
As am I. You seem well.
I take it these are your fellow members of Class 7?
Yes, that's correct.
You know about us?
Of course. I've read all about you in my brother's letters. Where are my manners, though? My name is Rufus Bareahard. Eustace is my younger brother. You needn't hide your shock. It would come as no surprise at all to learn that my brother has never once mentioned me. He is, after all, quite easily embarrassed.
That's not...
He's being toyed with.
I can hardly believe my ears. What happened to the arrogant young upstart we've come to know and mostly tolerate?
But I digress. This is no time for idle chatter. I came to escort you to your lodgings for the weekend.
Wait, you don't mean...
The car is parked outside. Welcome to the verdant city of Bareahard. I hope you enjoy your stay, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
I see. So the one responsible for selecting our tasks this time around was...
Indeed. I selected them on behalf of my father. Allow me to present you with this.
Thank you.
It really is a fascinating coincidence. I never imagined my younger brother would become classmates with the son of Lord Schwarzer.
Huh? You know my father?
Certainly. Baron Theo Schwarzer is an old acquaintance of mine. Many years ago, I accompanied him to a falconry competition held in the suburbs of Heimdall. He taught me much about the practice and its etiquette. Why, that must have been 10 years ago now. Is he doing well these days?
Yes, he's quite well, and still just as fond of hunting as ever.
Splendid, splendid. And you must be the son of Governor Regnitz, no?
That's correct. I'm surprised you knew.
Indeed. I encounter him quite often when taking care of official matters in the capital. Though our positions may be different, he has given me excellent advice in the past. I feel it must be fate that you two would end up in my younger brother's class. Please do try and get along with him.
I will consider the possibility with an open mind.
Wonderful. And I would be remiss if I were not to acknowledge our two beautiful ladies. No doubt your presence brings a touch of elegance to my younger brother's academic life.
Oh, I'm honored you would say so.
It's nothing like that.
Can we please stop discussing me? And when you say lodgings, you can't possibly be referring to...
Need you even ask? Naturally, you'll all be staying at the Albarea family mansion.
But...
I jest. Father's instructions were that I should do with you as I wish. So, considering the circumstances of your visit, I've had a hotel room prepared. That way you'll be able to concentrate more easily on your field study, no?
Oh, thank you. I truly appreciate it.
I'm afraid we'll need to end our charming repartee here, however. For I can see your hotel coming into view now.
Don't let it intimidate you!
All right, let's do this!
Understood.
Gleaming blades. Go!
How about this?
Be gone!
Hear me.
Appreciate it. How about this?
That takes care of them.
That was rough.
Yeah, but we still won.
Only just.
What the hell is wrong with you, Eustace Alberea? Why did you sever the link?
Don't even think of trying to place the blame on me, Machias Regnitz. You were the one who severed the link.
You said you'd cooperate, but you just couldn't do it, could you? You couldn't bring yourself to stoop to the same level as a commoner like me. You nobles truly are beyond redemption. You're utterly hopeless, through and through.
You asinine little... Why can't you see that all of this is born from your own prejudice and narrow-mindedness?
That's enough!
Please, calm down.
Stay out of this! This is our problem!
Why don't we settle this once and for all? Let me show you how much better than you I really am.
Reen! There we go.
Nice work.
Reen, are you all right?
Hey, are you injured?
I'm fine. It's just a scratch. I was so sure we'd killed it, though. Guess I shouldn't have let my guard down.
I shouldn't have either. But it's down for good this time.
I should administer first aid on that scratch. I'll need you to take off your jacket.
That feels much better. Thanks, Emma.
You're welcome. I'm happy I was able to put what we learned from Instructor Beatrix's classes to good use.
That was last week, right?
I'm sorry, Rena.
It's our fault that you were injured.
Oh, don't worry about it. It wouldn't have happened if I'd been paying more attention. I'm just glad neither of you were hurt.
Why are you so...
You should rest that shoulder for a while.
Yes, absolutely. I'd strongly recommend you fall back from the front line for the time being.
Thanks, I will. All right, let's get moving. We need to tell the Provincial Army about the monster we just defeated.
Yeah, I suppose it's not a done deal until we file our report.
Aurochs Fort isn't much farther across the canyon. We may need to hurry if we wish to be back in Bareahard before nightfall, however.
Let's go.
Hey, Reen?
Huh? What is it?
I just... Lux solis mercuri eum.
What? What did you just do?
Nothing. I just wanted to check on your bandage. Good, good. It seems fine. But please try your best to keep your shoulder firm. The less it moves, the better. We don't want your injury getting worse now.
Okay.
Whoa. It's huge.
So this is Auroch's fort. One of the Kreutzen Provincial Army's premier bases.
Not how I was expecting it to look. They modified an older fort. A lot.
Is something wrong, Eustace?
No, not at all. Let's go and give our report on the monster we defeated.
Isn't that...
It's a freight train from Bareahard?
Looks like it's carrying tanks. Pretty heavily armored ones at that.
Those are the latest models from the Rhineford Company. They're called Oxen.
How?
Come on, we have things to do.
Gosh, why does he have to be so...
He's right, though. We really should keep moving.
Yeah.
Who goes there? Wait. Aren't those uniforms...
We're members of Thor's Military Academy, Class 7.
We completed a monster extermination task on your behalf and have come to give our report.
Oh, so you're the ones. We've been expecting you. You'll forgive my curtness. I just didn't think you'd have someone so young with you as well.
So we were able to defeat the monster in question. Do you require a written report or is verbal confirmation okay?
Oh no, that's fine. You were really able to beat that thing, though?
Somehow or another, yes?
It wasn't easy, but we managed.
Not bad. Not bad at all. We probably should have taken care of it ourselves, but it was a pretty dexterous thing, so we just kind of let it be. It wasn't tough enough to cause any of us any harm, as long as we were in our armored cars when we encountered it. But still, it took a bit of convincing for us to ask a group of students to fight it, as you might imagine.
I can understand that.
Well, it provided a good opportunity for us to test our skills.
Huh? Wait. Oh! Lord Eustace, what brings you... that uniform, are you...
Correct. I've returned to Bareahard as part of a field study for the Academy. I'm here as a student, not as a member of the Albarea household. Please treat me accordingly, the same as you would my classmates.
As you wish. As you wish, Lord Eustace.
Wow.
Looks like even the Provincial Army will miss a chance to bend over backwards for him.
I would like to know, however, about the contents of that train that just passed by here.
Ah, you saw it? Our Provincial Army has finally started getting supplied with tanks. Isn't it exciting? Armored cars can't hope to compete with tanks in terms of firepower, after all. And we can't let the Imperial Army be stronger than us forever.
I see. The fort also appears to have been fortified quite significantly.
Ah, yes. Some rather sizable construction work was carried out just last month. It'll take more than a little cannon fire to damage these walls now. Our anti-air defenses are going to be strengthened in the near future, too. This should soon become a fort we soldiers of the Kreutzen province can truly be proud of. You can count on that.
I will. And with that, I believe we are done here. We should take our leave.
Okay.
It is almost evening, after all.
Roger that.
Wait. What is the meaning of this?
Machias?
If we were on the border with Crossbell or the Republic, maybe I could understand. But why does the Provincial Army here need state-of-the-art tanks? Not to mention anti-air defenses and countless other fortifications. It's utter madness!
Machias.
He makes a good point.
Can you truly be so ignorant? This is the reality of the present situation within the Empire. Tensions between Osborne's reformist faction and our noble faction grow worse by the day. Though admittedly, it's been happening mostly under the surface, away from the eyes of the general populace. But this is just one of the many ways that conflict is manifesting itself.
I'd heard rumors, but...
No doubt my father was the one who ordered these fortifications. I have no intention of giving any comments of my own on his decision. But if you wish to lodge a complaint, I'm quite happy to listen. So?
No, it's fine. The sun's going down. We should get back to Bareahard.
Yeah.
Let's go then.
The breeze here feels wonderful.
The food was delicious too.
Agreed.
I can see why this restaurant is popular with the nobles. Do you dine here often, Eustace?
I do. The chef has been good to me since I was a child. I was practically raised on this food.
How typical. Even in your dining habits, you nobles subsist on unnecessary luxury. Though I can't deny the quality of the food.
It wasn't just tasty, but warm too.
Yes, for a high-class restaurant, the chef seems to have used a lot of very healthy ingredients. Perhaps he's doing his part to ensure Eustace stays in good health.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wonder what Group B is doing right now.
We had this exact same conversation in our group last month, too. I'm sure they're hard at work over in St. Arc. Probably nothing to worry about.
It was Celtic for you last month, right? So you were thinking of us on the first night?
Yeah. After dinner, we were wondering how Group B was getting on. Dare I ask?
Well...
Nowhere near as peacefully as now. This is a big improvement.
I kind of figured that much.
We are doing much better this time. That much is true.
Huh? And I'm sure our reports will reflect that.
It is an improvement, though I'm not convinced it's good enough.
It's not?
I'm certain Group B gave their absolute best in all of their tasks today. But can we honestly say the same? That we could have done no better? And I'm referring not just to the monster encounter, but to the handling of our other tasks as well.
We'll just have to try and make up for it in the day we have left. Besides, we had the chance to catch sight of a far bigger problem.
Yes, that's true.
First, we find out taxes are rising throughout the province. Then, we find out the military is being expanded on a grand scale. Don't even try to tell me the two aren't related.
I have no intention of denying it. But you're only looking at one side of the coin.
Well...
100 or 2, I'd guess.
Precisely. The Imperial Army's military capabilities are enormous. This nation has one of the most powerful armed forces on the continent, and roughly 70% of it is under the Chancellor's control. Tell me, how is the Noble Alliance supposed to counter that?
So you're suggesting that's why the Provincial Army needs to bolster its forces?
Considering both sides are comprised of Erebonians, it all seems so wasteful.
Ah, the travails of youth! How noble and beautiful they are!
It's you.
Baron Blue Blanc, I believe?
Ha ha! It's such an honor that you would remember a mere baron. I see you've completed a hard day's work already. How splendid!
Yes, nearly.
What about you?
Alas, I have yet to be blessed with the fateful encounter I seek. The search for beauty is filled with perils and obstacles, yet that is precisely what makes it all so beautiful.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay.
I most certainly will. Though it truly is a pity that the clear air of this verdant city should be tinged, if but faintly, with the scent of steel. I'd heard that Duke Albarea was a man of many interests, but I was unaware he counted playing with fire among them. I don't condemn him for it, though, for only by playing with fire can one create fireworks. Would you not agree, my friends?
I don't like your implications.
And I think this whole line of conversation is a little inappropriate.
Oh, please do pardon me, young lady. I meant no harm, I assure you. I wish you well on your remaining day here. May you reveal to me the beauty I seek by its end. Be it the lovely luster of success or the sad splendor of failure.
Who does he think he is? This is why I can't stand nobles.
I thought you might say that. If it makes you feel better, though, I have my doubts as to whether that man truly is a noble to begin with.
What?
His behavior seems so exaggerated. Almost as if he's trying to act like the quintessential noble. Like he's fulfilling the stereotype.
Yeah, something about him feels off to me, too. But what's even stranger is that he knew we only have one day left here.
You're right.
We told him of our field study, but never once did we divulge how long we intended to remain here.
Between him and that silver object, we've been crossing paths with a lot of strange people today.
Well, tomorrow's the end of our stint here. We can't let ourselves get distracted. We still have a lot to do.
That's right. We have to do our group proud.
Exactly.
We should return to the hotel and begin work on our reports then.
Can't get to sleep?
I could ask you the same. You aren't going to tell me the bed's too hard for you, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it. I've never slept in a bed this high class in my life. Not even back at home.
And yet you're the son of Baron Schwarzer. You've not lived the life one might expect of a boy from a noble family.
Yeah, that's just how my dad is. A lord should live like his people, not above them. That's how he always put it.
I see. It sounds as though you have a good family.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for my upbringing.
Aren't you going to ask? I assumed you'd be curious about that brief exchange with my father earlier.
I wasn't really sure you'd want me to bring that up. You obviously get along really well with your brother, but I didn't get that same sense with the Duke. Has he always been like that?
As far back as I can remember. I suppose he just has little respect for a son born to a commoner.
What?
My brother and I have different mothers. He was born of my father's legal wife, a noble who still lives to this day. My own mother, however, was a commoner, and she passed away 8 years ago. In other words, I am his bastard son.
I had no idea. So, was that chef we met earlier?
He's my uncle, on my mother's side. Perhaps that's why he's always been so good to me. Or perhaps he's simply compelled to treat me as I deserve to be treated, being the son of the Duke.
No, that can't be. I don't blame you for being a little cynical, but there's no need to be quite so hard on yourself.
I suppose you're right.
I'm sure you have your differences, but you do get along with your brother, right?
You could say that. He's treated me well ever since I was taken in 8 years ago. He was the one who taught me my swordsmanship, and who trained me in the ways of court etiquette.
I knew it.
Pardon?
There's just something honest, I guess you could say, about the way you fight. It shows that whoever taught you was someone you really trusted. When we first met him this afternoon, I had a hunch he might have been the one. What's wrong?
Nothing at all. You just keep reminding me how unlike a noble you truly are.
I get that a lot.
Is your injury from this afternoon on the mend?
It's fine, honestly. There's no pain, and the wound's closed up like it was never there. I'll have to be sure to thank Emma's grandmother for her help someday.
That's good to hear. Still, from where I stand, you are something of a danger to yourself.
I am?
On the day of the entrance ceremony, when the trapdoor opened beneath us, you acted instantly to protect Elisa. There wasn't even a moment's hesitation.
Ah,
In most cases, one would reflexively act to protect himself. It's part of man's natural survival instinct. Yet you put another before yourself, not even pausing to question the validity of that decision. And you did exactly the same thing with us today. I'm sure most people would see that as an act of selflessness and sing your praises for it. But to me, it comes across as abnormal, perhaps even twisted.
I don't know how to respond to that. I wasn't expecting you to see through me quite so clearly.
Well, I owed you as much for having seen through me first. Still, the point stands. You need to be more cognizant of the effects your actions have on those around you. If not for your health and for your reputation, that selflessness of yours can just as easily be perceived as arrogance, after all.
I know it can, and you're not the first person to tell me that. What's the point in saving others if you can't spare even a moment to save yourself? That's what my old master always used to say to me.
Was it now? I suppose we both have some things we need to work through.
Yeah, but for now, we need to get a good night's sleep. If we stay up too late tonight, we're going to be dead to the world tomorrow, and that wouldn't be fair to the others.
I agree, wouldn't be fair. To the girls, at least. I'd hate to be so tired as to limit my potential.
Hear, hear. Good night, Eustace.
Pleasant dreams.
Eustace Albarea.
What is it, Machias Regnitz?
I will accept no more failures. Today, we will form a combat link.
What?
As much as I may dislike you, I'm ashamed that we were unable to do what every other member of our class has accomplished. Today's monster extermination request seems as good a chance as any to make up for yesterday's failure. What did you say?
You really are simple-minded, aren't you? I suppose you overheard our conversation last night and feel some kind of affinity toward me now?
Nonsense! I did no such thing! I was fast asleep while you yammered on about your family and Reen and...
Machias.
That's pretty conclusive.
Very well. I accept. I'll be happy to show you what a proper combat link looks like.
We'll see about that. Fortunately, I have more than enough generosity of spirit to endure being paired with an arrogant noble like you.
Maybe today's field study will go more smoothly than yesterday's after all.
Lord Eustace.
Arno? What brings you here? I would have expected you to be at my father's side.
I'm terribly sorry I could not greet you upon your arrival yesterday. However, I have come today in the capacity of an escort.
An escort? To where? I'm sure you must be aware that I returned to Bareahard purely as part of a field study for my academy work.
But of course, however, His Grace has directly requested that I escort you to the mansion. So I would be most appreciative if you'd accompany me without delay.
Father? He showed no signs of desiring my company when we spoke yesterday.
I am in no position to question or oppose his orders, merely to obey them. I'm sure you understand. Though while I hesitate to speculate, I do wonder if His Excellency may feel some regret regarding his demeanor yesterday.
But...
Go with him. We can attempt to form a combat link another time.
We'll be able to handle the morning's tasks just fine on our own. Don't worry about us.
Huh. You've come all the way back to your hometown. It would be a shame not to visit with your family, right?
Agreed.
Are you certain? Very well. I'll return this afternoon. And though I will worry as to how you'll fare without me, I know you'll at least give it your best, for what that's worth.
Of course we will.
All right. Let's meet back in the hotel lobby around noon. If something comes up, just leave a message at the front desk.
Understood. Lead the way, Arno.
Gladly, sir. Please excuse us.
Well, let's get started. We wouldn't want to give Eustace any further reason to worry, now would we?
Huh, certainly not. Still...
What? What is it? If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all.
She's probably thinking, the worst is over, and it's all thanks to your eavesdropping.
Good boy.
Just stop that! Just stop looking at me like I'm some hapless babe! Rain, you do know I still haven't completely forgiven you for lying, don't you?
Are you still hung up on that?
And Emma, I hope you're ready to score second on our midterms because I'm not about to lose to you again. But don't even think about giving those exams any less than your very best. I intend to best you when you're in top form.
Yeah, you will?
And as for you, Fee, I've been wanting to say this for a long time now. Sleeping in class is an affront to our education. You need to start treating classes more seriously. Listen, take proper notes. Raise your hand now and then. And stop covering your ears when I'm talking to you.
I can't hear you.
Anyway, we've got a lot to do, so how about we get to it?
Right.
Don't let it intimidate you!
Here we go. Sophie, dance! That's that.
Now's our chance! Gotcha!
Well, that went better than expected.
How'd you expect it to go?
I certainly didn't expect to encounter the three of you down here.
What?
Is that...
Uses?
I'm so glad you're safe.
Of course I am. Though I can't say I was expecting to be placed under house arrest the moment I returned to the mansion.
So that's what happened.
You know what's going on?
Unfortunately, arresting the Imperial Governor's son under a false charge in order to keep the reformist faction under control. I find it hard to believe my father would attempt something so brazen. He didn't have any intention of talking to me. Not the slightest inclination. This was all planned from the start.
Uses.
Enough about me. Thanks to my brother, I'm familiar with the general layout of this waterway. I'll lead us to the guardhouse. Let's get moving.
You're actually...
You were planning on saving him even if you had to do it alone, weren't you?
Nothing like last month's field study.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just can't condone my father's actions. Besides, he's no doubt huddled up, crying and lonely in the corner of his cell right now. It's worth rescuing him just to see that.
All right, Let's get moving.
This can be overcome.
Fee?
What do you mean?
Stand back.
What are you doing?
I know this smell.
Explain yourself, please.
Ignition.
What?
Done.
Done?
Fee, did you?
Was that a bomb?
Portable high-powered explosive. Plasticity makes it handy for this kind of espionage work.
Explosive?
Where could you possibly have gotten such a thing?
Fee, I think at this point we have a right to know. What exactly is your background?
Reen!
The day of the entrance ceremony, I saw you dodging that trap floor the rest of us fell into. You're 2 years younger than us, yet you're physically no weaker at all. In fact, I'd say when it comes to combat situations, you seem almost like you're holding back.
Impossible.
Guess you got me. Before I came to the academy, I was a Jaeger. That's where I learned how to handle explosives and use my gun swords. That's all.
A Jaeger? I wasn't expecting that.
I've heard that term before. The best of the best mercenary outfits are known as Jaeger Corps.
Jaeger Corps are almost synonymous with the Grim Reaper. Do you think I'd be going to school with a Jaeger?
Me? A Reaper?
No, that's not... I spoke out of turn. I mustn't let prejudices get the better of me.
That's right. Knowing her past doesn't change who she is now.
Thanks for telling us, Fee. And I'm sorry for prying.
Not bothered. But we should hurry if we want to save Machias.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's press onward.
This looks like the place.
Looks like an underground prison, all right.
Indeed, it must be here somewhere.
Am I hearing things?
Machias!
And still in one piece by the sound of it.
What are you all doing here? There's no way the Provincial Army would just let me go. You didn't sneak in, did you?
We came in through the underground waterway.
I'll open the cell.
How are you going to... What the...
We'll explain when we have more time.
Yeah, right now we need to get away from here before we're caught.
As long as we can make it back to the city, we should be able to bluff our way out of any further trouble.
Right. Thanks. I'd resigned myself to being stuck in there for a while. I must admit, though, I'm surprised you, of all people, would come to my aid.
I only came to get a glimpse at your tear-stained face. Plus, thought this might be a good opportunity to pay back my father.
I see.
What? Voices?
Damn. It's...
Oh, Lord Eustace?
As much as I would love to praise you for a job well done, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to take a short rest.
Let's clean house.
Roger that.
Right.
You're in my way.
Yeah. Gleaming blades. Go!
Now's our chance.
Now! Too slow. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
There are two of them, and they're big.
And fast.
Hurry!
Right!
This is the worst day ever.
We're surrounded.
They're very well trained.
Cats? No, dogs. They're like dogs.
Your family's army employs monsters like this?
No one ever told me.
They aren't going to let us past, are they?
Pretty smart beasts.
So we'll just have to take him down.
Indeed. Bad dogs require stern discipline.
Time to wrap up this month's field study. Class 7, Group A, commence attack on the targets.
All right.
Don't let it intimidate you.
This might actually be a challenge. Good.
All right, let's do this.
Understood.
How about this?
Now!
There!
There!
Now!
Flames, gather on my blade.
You're in the shoe! Crystal Saber!
Okay, it's safe for now. We did it.
That was tough.
I thought we were done for.
I have no intention of letting filthy beasts get the better of me, trained or otherwise.
Honestly now, this is no laughing matter, you know.
Look who's talking. You're grinning like an idiot.
Not as much as you are.
There they go.
I don't think we could have wrapped this month's field study up more perfectly if we'd tried.
We were all able to form combat links with one another, too.
Damn.
We're not through the woods just yet, it would seem.
It's like the end of the road.
You've pushed your luck one step too far this time! Are you that desperate to be thrown in a cell with Ragnitz?
If you want to arrest us, go right ahead.
Lord Eustace! What are you doing here? I thought you'd been locked in the mansion!
I chose to return to my studies. Well, what's it to be? Accusing my classmates of this crime will implicate me as well.
We couldn't possibly point our rifles at Lord Eustace.
Silence! Not even Lord Eustace has the right to trespass in a military facility, much less to release a suspect in our custody, directly opposing the orders of His Grace the Duke.
Enough! We may not be the best of friends, but I am Eustace Albarea. I will not simply stand by and watch as one of my classmates is arrested under false charges and used as a tool in some political war.
Lord Eustace.
Eustace?
We have our orders, and nothing you say will change that. Disarm them, men, Lord Eustace included.
That will not be necessary.
What?
Impossible.
Lord Rufus? Lord Rufus!
We'd heard you were in the capital.
How? Why are you...
I received a message from the Academy at noon today, and I returned by airship as quickly as I could. With your instructor.
What?
Looks like you've all done a fine job.
Instructor Sarah?
What are you doing here?
I've been filled in on the circumstances, more or less. I'll take care of matters here. You all return to your posts at once.
But, Lord Rufus, with all due respect...
I've already informed my father. Or do you intend to embarrass me beyond your other transgressions?
No, of course not. Second company, withdraw! Sir!
Please, excuse us.
Oh my. Well, you can tell they're well trained, if nothing else.
The Provincial Army takes its training very seriously, of course. Though I resent the mere notion that it could be misused so grievously.
I'm sure you do.
So, what brings you here, instructor? Seriously, why are you here?
Your timing is a little too convenient.
Did you come after receiving word from the Provincial Army?
Nope. I actually heard about what was happening a little earlier from a friend of mine. As soon as the news reached my ears, I shot to my feet and got right in contact with the director here. And he was kind enough to give me a ride on his airship back from the capital.
I don't know what to say.
Honestly, you seem to be prepared for virtually everything. Wait a second.
Director?
Oh, you don't know yet, do you?
I also serve as a permanent member of the Academy's Board of Directors. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to meet again in that capacity.
The Board of Directors?
Why is this the first I'm hearing of this?
I decided to keep it a secret so I could see the look on your face when you found out. I'm not the only member of the board, though, of course. I'm simply one of 3 permanent members.
That explains why you knew so much about Class 7.
Way too well prepared.
Still, I had no idea my father would attempt something so foolish while I was away. He's always been an obstinate man, but he's simply gone too far this time. As a member of the Academy's board, I cannot remotely condone the unlawful arrest of a student.
Rufus, thank you for your concern.
And you call yourselves teenagers. Unlike me, you actually get to go to sleep every night. You should be full of energy by this point in the day.
Give me a break.
Considering all that's happened this weekend, I think we can be forgiven for being a little tired.
Well, that's certainly true enough. Group B had their fair share of problems to deal with as well, but they weren't quite as serious as yours. Although they were of a similar nature.
What do you mean exactly?
Did they also wind up getting involved in a conflict between the 2 factions?
More or less. St. Arc is another territory belonging to one of the 4 great houses, after all. So they got themselves caught up in a bit of trouble. The 4 of them managed to get through it together in the end, though.
Well, that's good.
That's a relief, yeah.
But, Sarah, just what kind of mirror did they pour into buffing up Aurochs Fort anyway? What we saw was nuts.
So I've heard. And the provincial army isn't the only force trying to improve its armaments. The Imperial Army is doing the same. with the Blood and Iron Chancellor and his 20 armored divisions squarely at the center.
Really?
How should the military academy... Well, how should we act in a situation like this? Thor's graduates join both the provincial and imperial armies, right?
That's nothing you need to be worrying about. Not right now, at least. You're at the academy to learn. That's all you should be focusing on. While you're there, it's true that you may be forced to acknowledge some of the more unpleasant realities of Erebonia. But I believe there's something special to be gained from that. Something you can only gain now, at this moment in time. So long as you're together with your friends and classmates, people for whom there is no substitute. Maybe when you graduate and go out into the world, much of what you've learned at Thor's will have little meaning. But I still truly believe that sometime, somehow, what you experience as part of Class 7 will be an invaluable treasure to you. It may not seem that way now, but I know in my heart that it will someday.
Instructor.
You almost had me there for a moment.
That was the last thing I ever thought I'd hear from you.
Hey! What's with all the laughing?
I'm really sorry. Your words were quite touching, but...
Coming out of your mouth, they were just...
Painfully droll.
Something we can only gain now, at this moment in time. So long as we're with our friends and classmates, for whom there is no substitute.
Stop that! Are you trying to kill me?
You kids are awful. I was being serious, you know. Why must this instructor thing be so difficult sometimes?
Looks like they got back okay. So glad I didn't have to bust in and save them. I thought it was all over when I got spotted at the fort, though. Hey, White Rabbit here! Uh-huh, everything went A-okay. Don't sweat the details. I did what I was supposed to. No sign of them, though, but I did find a bunch of other interesting stuff. What? Fake intel? Someone managed to get a leg up on you and Gramps? Must have been one heck of a guy. Huh? Me? I'm gonna go meet up with Claire now. Gotcha. See you then, Lecter. I wonder what that military academy they mentioned is all about. Sounds kind of fun. Lammy! Yep, we're done here. Let's get going, Aragetlum.